Years ago, I had developed a severe neck, shoulder, and middle back pain due to my constant air travel, and doctors diagnosed it as fibromyalgia. To my surprise, I saw a huge decrease in my fibromyalgia pain in first 40-day session.
I used to have vertigo very often. I used to get stressed, but all that has vanished beautifully. I don't take any medication for vertigo, not like I used to, so it's wonderful.
I have been meditating and manifesting for my promotion. I got an interview calling that, hey, we would like to schedule an interview for you. I was so surprised, and then the confidence levels gone up for me.
Good morning, everyone, and very good afternoon and happy evening. Welcome back to Harmony program. Hope everyone enjoyed yesterday's program with great sharing. Any of you missed the sharing, please check out our YouTube video recording. It's amazing sharing from Ranjana Madam and Vidya Madam yesterday. We covered how meditation helps us reduce oxidative stress and help cell regeneration and potentially, improve our aging process. So today we are going to cover some more about how energy and meditation helps us with sleep better and improve our health. So welcome back, Chandra sir, and let's get started on today's session.
Thank you, Radhika. Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, wonderful evening. When somebody asked Gautama Buddha, what have you gained with meditation? So he said, I lost a lot of things. I lost a lot of things with meditation. That is the biggest gain. That I lost my anger. I lost my perfectionism. I lost my nature of compliance, judgments. I lost my self-doubt, self-criticism. So meditation helped me to lose things that otherwise never existed with me. And so when you lose each of these qualities, then you become innocent, spontaneous like a child. A child who is typically below 5 years is very innocent, spontaneous, pure, in the present moment, which means does not carry things. Of course, non-complaining and more. Now, everything Everything has relevance to energy in the body. Our energy in the body is amplified or depleted through the type of thought and feeling that we have. Energy is dissipated or spent when we do physical work. But when we do a lot of this mental work, also we lose a lot of energy. We understand it. If every thought and every feeling is energy, one produces energy, another draws and sucks energy from around. The one that produces energy and then amplifies is a higher feeling and a higher thought. Like, I really thank you for something and appreciating. The one that drains energy is a lower thought and saying, I am the only one who can do it. And so you try to kill ourselves by being over perfectionist. Are constantly complaining that these guys are like this. So the things that are separating are the ones that are low vibration. We lose energy. It does not add to things, but instead we lose energy because every thought is energy. When we complain, it does not add to the energy field because it's repulsing. The other person is receiving something opposite. Appreciation was complaint. The feelings are, according to German universities research, the feelings are thousands, an order of magnitude, hundreds of orders of magnitude more powerful. You know, if a thought is 1 unit, a feeling can be up to 5,000 times more units of energy. Physical health is important, but the energy in the body is so essential. You know it. To carry on, to participate in our activities or experience or projects or what we call them, but the energy. So there is physical health, there is mental health, but the energy in the body that allows you to stay same from morning to night. You know, we've been hearing that I go to office now and then I come back in the evening and then I'm still say fresh. We keep hearing these standard statements. Because, dear friends, this meditation helps us to build a ton of energy. And one of the primary reasons that is building energy, while we draw energy from the universal quantum field in meditation, but we also become impeccable with our thought and feeling. So we build that energy. When if you're passionate about something, then you naturally drive up that energy, but that may be leading to some kind of long-term ill health in the body because the thought process is not fixed. But when you meditate, the thought process is fixed, and then you constantly are able to develop interest towards things that you are doing, and so you always draw energy. When we do things that we like, we draw energy. We're happy. We are producing a feeling of satisfaction, happiness. We are doing that work that we like. Energy management is an important aspect. So to understand what are the things that deplete energy, what are the things that expand energy, and then how meditation is helping in each of them is essential. So then, and especially if you're in leadership, and then you are being an example of demonstrating that energetic presence to the team. Otherwise, at 4 o'clock in the evening onwards, we drag ourselves to the meetings. 4, 5, 6, hardly any productive work going on because you just have to be present. We go and be present in the meetings. And it is global nature, night 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, we have to take calls. It's just that videos are not on, and then rarely, if there's any participation. And if there is participation active in the night, then the whole morning is gone. It's just a program. When I went into IBM, also my company got acquired. Being a global company in a global role, sitting out of India, and you're looking at and supporting large billion-dollar businesses, then you got to be actively available if you're an exec and a leadership, right? It doesn't matter, exec or not. So the calls used to be, there's a daytime, a team here, and then pretty much in the entire, at least late into the night, you have to support the business globally. So getting in the calls, I don't want to say it's a great thing, but it is essential that I've signed up. If I've signed up for a role and that's essential, then I must take responsibility to be able to go in calls at 7 in the morning or to manage the team, but then at the same time continue to go in and do those meetings into 11, 12. We must have adequate energy. It becomes very, very easy with meditation that we learn the ways to increase and enhance energy of the body constantly. And we also learn the ways, and the meditation helps us to be sensitive, to be aware of avoiding those things that deplete energy. A lot of it is connecting back to what Gautam Buddha said, that I lost many things. A lot of it is around that drains energy. If you're holding on to a perfectionism concept, when you come to meditation, we forget this notion that I am perfect, and if I'm doing this work, it must be the best, which drains our energy because we keep pushing ourselves to the edge. A lot of times it is equated to the internal ego. The ego is two types, external and internal. External, you seek active recognition, active this and that roles. Internal is where you set for yourself a higher standard, and then you think that, okay, if it's given to me, then it's got to be the super perfect with absolute no defects and this and that. So we drive people around us crazy, and then we also drive ourselves crazy with that only notion that if anywhere it's not coming close to your standard of perfection, we got this all thought going, oh my God, what's going on here? We drain so much energy. It leads to so much of mental chatter. And we drain a lot of energy in this concept of being perfectionist. There is excellence and come to meditation. Am I doing better than before? We'll understand this of things that are helping us to be energetic, to gain more energy versus deplete more energy. Depleting versus gaining energy. Some of that in our session today. So let's go into meditation, dear friends. Yesterday we talked about creating great health for ourselves. So our meditation is heart elevation process for a few minutes, and then breath mindfulness meditation, which is to empty ourselves and stay in that emptiness. So anybody new, our goal is to empty the mind of all thought and then be in that state for as long as we can in this meditation. With the idea that those thousands of unwanted thoughts that drain our energy are slowly moved away, removed. And so then we stop creating a negative future. Thoughts create a reality. That's the essence. And so we create a sound mind to create a great future, and then we create a great mind to not create negative future by avoiding all unwanted thought. So we're observing our breath to empty ourselves. And so the technique is simple that we are practicing. Let me just put the presentation here. Okay, sharing. Yes. What happened? Yes. So practicing, it's called breath mindfulness meditation. Is the goal is to empty the mind and be in the state of emptiness. You sit down on the floor in the chair, cross-legged, fingers into fingers, hands in your lap, comfortably rested, eyes closed. If you're wearing spectacles, remove them. And you observe your breath. Be in a very relaxing, comfortable posture. Spine need not be erect. It's not required that you keep your spine erect. You can take back support if you want. And so be comfortable. And so you observe your breath anywhere in the nose as a reference point. When you observe the breath, slowly mind becomes empty. And as the mind is empty, we experience greater emptiness all around. We forget our body, you forget all the things around us. As we experience that emptiness, we want to be in that state of emptiness. And then you may have some sensations, some kind of movement in the body during that time. Be a witness to it. In case you have a thought, you recognize it is thought, attention back to the breath, and again observe the breath. And then slowly again go into emptiness. So this is a practice of breath mindfulness meditation. So we're going to do this long time. Before doing this, we do something called heart elevation technique. You can follow my guidance for it, and then go back to day 1, day 2 videos if anybody joined today or in between the week to know more about the science behind these techniques of a little more detailed science. So we said, you can stop sharing. So we said yesterday, we started off this process that it's all about energy communication. The energy communication is energy, our thoughts and feelings are communicated to the body. And so we said, let's use that opportunity to visualize great health, a great supportive organ or a health or a part of the body that's really supporting us towards a new experience, an experience that we so desire, but are not able to do because either my body is not supporting, my health is not supporting, my digestion is not supporting, my throat is not supporting. Whatever that is preventing us from something that we're passionate about. So we're going to use this opportunity. So we are visualizing and we are affirming about our health, that my body is greatly supporting me. And then we visualize if my body healed, if my body is that organ, or no, whatever that is, if the headaches are not coming, and I've got this great stuff going, my brain is working so beautifully. It's healed. It's healed of things that are bothering me for so many days, but now my body is so greatly working. Now that headache is not there. So now you say you wanted to read books, and every time you read, and then your headache comes. So now you would visualize a future as if you're reading book after book after book after book, and you feel so good. You're sharing the book knowledge. So when you do that, so visualize a future that gets enabled through your body that is healed of a condition. So we're going to use that every day to visualize, right? So those of you did that yesterday, and then those who did not do, and then you can talk to your facilitator in WhatsApp groups to get a little more clarity about the process. It can get very powerful. When you do this now through end of the program of this nature, where you are seeking an experience and in return supporting your health to get greatly improved, and many things can happen by the time you finish the program itself, right, friends? So relax yourself. So we're going to do heart elevation, breath mindfulness meditation, and then a few minutes of that affirmation and then visualization, imagination about a health, about a future experience, because that great health is there with us. And then we express gratitude and come out. Relax yourself, sit comfortably with your eyes closed. Relax your body. Dear friends, dear masters, with your specs removed, eyes closed. Keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your sacred heart. Can you feel that beautiful heart? Feel the beat, the rhythm of your heart center. Connect with it, dear friends. The seat of all emotions, the center, your connection for your experience of life into the quantum field with its energies of love, compassion, kindness, care. Come on, friends. Connecting to this loving heart. Feel it. And recollect an experience from your life, from your past or present, where you felt enormous love, gratitude, compassion, and relive that moment and feel that energy. The more you experience love, joy, gratitude, the more you become one, the more coherent you become with all things and everybody. And allow yourself to direct that energy onto every corner of this planet Earth to heal, all things and everybody. Where your attention goes, there the energy flows. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience that emptiness inside of you, all around you. Become aware of that emptiness where there's no body, where there's no thing, in no place and no time. All emptiness is energy. That infinite quantum field of energy with possibilities. The longer you stay aware of this emptiness, that energy, the more open you become. The more intuitive you become. Everything that you ever will experience is here in this field of energy. The longer you stay connected as no body, the more possibilities you draw into your life. Merge into that emptiness of yourself. This is your higher mind, that awareness. The longer you stay aware of this field, that energy, away from your body, away from your life, the more coherent you become, the more insights you receive. Friends, as we are in this empty and clear state of mind, it presents us a great opportunity to dream and imagine about a great health, to create great health, and a future experience enabled by this healthy body. Come on, friends, our thoughts and feelings create our outer reality. I would like you to imagine and dream about a future supported by a healthy and rejuvenated body. The clearer your intent and the stronger feeling and emotion in your body, dear friends, the stronger you signal your cells to upregulate the genes. Come on, friends, affirm about your health. Make that intention that my body is healing greatly, that organ is rejuvenated, that functioning beautifully, or whatever that may be, dear friends. Affirm it with excitement that this is true. I have a beautiful body. My body, every part of my body is working coherently. My body is healing with that energy. Whatever that may be, dear friends, affirm it. Now, I would like you to imagine that future experiences with heightened feeling in your and emotions, as if your affirmations about your health and body have come true. Imagine, dear friends, living that future with that feeling. What choices are you making as you are enabled by this beautiful body, that healthy body? Feel, dear friends. Live that future experience that you always wanted, that is important for you. Live it now. Remember that body, that organ, that part of your body is healed. Feel that joy, feel that happiness of experiencing that new future enabled by this new body. Relax your body. Let your body absorb these energies. Every thought, every feeling is energy. You planted seeds of possibilities about great health. Let this quantum field organize it for you. It express gratitude to all things and everybody. Your gratitude to your parents, your teachers, your mentors, to your family, your friends, your relatives, your colleagues, everybody. Be grateful to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals. Be grateful to everything you use, the technology, the systems, the government, the companies, and to yourself. Recollect your experiences from the session. Whenever you're ready, you keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then you may open your eyes. Okay, dear friends.
And thank you as always. So the insight that I got this morning when I was in the meditation was that, well, morning for us, sorry, and that life is imagination in physical form. I mean, thank you for talking about the Chandra sir, about the imagination. And so the powerful insight I got, I mean, we kind of know about, about imagination, but it's like peeling the onion, right? The more and more we learn, and because of the session, I was like peeling the, felt like peeling the onion. And life is imagination expressed in physical form, and these images are expressed into like thoughts and actions. And by boosting our imagination, we are awakening our dreams, which turn into actions and reality, and which in turn activates the DNA, and for under expression or over expression. So because it's not always the over expression of the genes have to under express sometimes when it is not needed. They should not be expressed over, because in some cancers these genes are overexpressed. And then so they express when there is a protein coating that's on the DNA, like histones and non-histones, and when they are removed, so the genes get expressed. And then it has to turn out the genes during, when cells are dividing, the genes are turning on and off, overexpressed and underexpressed. Not only that, but it is also from which parent that specific gene is expressed. It's a expression of genes based on the origin of the parents. We know some diseases that are expressed through when the gene is getting expressed through when it's coming from father, and when and the same genes when they're silent coming from mom results in disease, and when it's coming from dad, it's not expressed, it results in a different
no hereditary functions. Hereditary is also a myth. I'm challenging you. I'd like us to debate on this. If mind over matter exists, then where is this mom and dad coming from? Right. So I know you're a genomist, so it's going to be a discussion.
Right.
But we should explore this a little more deeply, Ashwini madam.
Yes.
Because the quantum field is got no relevance of who is mom and dad and all that, right? So it's just energy and matter.
Right.
Whatever. So that's how. But thank you for observation that our imagination. Sorry for bringing this back, because I would like to. Imagination is literally driving our creation. It's very, very powerful, as I observed.
Yeah. True. Yeah. So what I was saying was in relation to what the imagination could have resulted in thought pattern resulting in the disease. So the imagination is so powerful. Maybe there is a undiscovered imagination and images, which probably has resulted in that way. That's what I'm trying to connect.
Yeah,
I see what. Yeah.
It's simple.
I'm not saying that. Yeah, I'm not saying that there is a disease in the quantum field, but it's probably a result of the thoughts and feelings, and there's some subtle imagination which we have no clue. Probably that's what I'm trying to say.
Yes, it's simple. Hereditary functions, when they've been told again and again, oh, your parents have it, grandparents have it, you have it. So now that thought is there. It is a programmed conscious. Yes. It's programmed into subconscious. And so it's programmed, we are sending that signal every time we see, let's say, a cancer patient or a BP patient. They talk about it, and so, okay, my whole family had it. So now we immediately connect it, and we program ourselves. Now cells duplicate. And then so now this is all energy, right? So if it is not in physical, it's got to be energy somewhere as your mind or the past. And so that keeps coming back, replicating into the future. So we'll connect that dots of how that is happening when we have hereditary thoughts, and then we program ourselves on how it gets created into another lifetime. But friends, so coming back to this important aspect today, how meditation is enhancing energy. A lot of things that are listed here. The sleep, the food, the type of food, water, thought, the way we see things, our emotions, how we express emotions, what kind of work we do, how do you breathe. For all of them conscious and scientific. It develops all those hormones, delta and theta, the deep sleep get generated. So it must go in there. More important, the delta state, the deep sleep called the NREM sleep, non-rapid eye movement sleep, the medical term. We must go into that non-rapid eye movement sleep, which is basically a dreamless sleep. And so then you are deeply there. That means the mind is absolutely still at that 0 hertz or 0.1 hertz of thought state. So optimal sleep is sleep as the body requires. We don't force ourselves to sleep more or sleep less because we become very lethargic. Everything is about getting sensitive to the body, needs of the body. Meditation is helping us become very sensitive to the needs of the body. When we start meditating, since of course the cortisol is reduced, the sleep patterns improve significantly. It's an intelligent process. It's making people either sleep more or sleep less from where they were before. But first thing that's happening, cortisol is removed. So one can sleep because cortisol, or this stress chemical, is keeping us alert and awake all the time. So it sort of brings sleep back. But meditation is building up so much energy into our body that it is also taking us into the delta state. So we also gain required energy and rejuvenation. And so then it's no longer necessary that we hold on to this myth that I must sleep for 8 hours or 9 hours. No longer necessary. If somebody can do it, you can do it. If somebody can live healthy and happy and then very productive every day by sleeping for 4 hours, we can do it. So we come to we become sensitive to the body, and the body is going to respond. But those of us who meditate regularly now, in case you're waking up in the morning at 3 o'clock, suddenly you feel fresh, be certain that you don't need more sleep and utilize the time at that point. Don't force yourself back to sleep. You're pushing the body back to your old routine. While meditation is helping you to optimize the body to the right sleep, so the rest of it is available for you to intensify your practice or anything. It is good if sleep can be broken down, and then having the brain, the neuroscience model that if there is a second sleep of an hour, even 10 minutes, half an hour during the middle of the day, sort of helps to recover the neural networks faster to be a lot more productive and optimal. A delta state sleep is essential. Non-REM sleep is essential. Now, how do we get it? Got to remove the stress. Meditation helps. And we don't need oversleeping. When we are feeling fresh, it's eat while you're hungry, sleep when you're feeling sleepy, not when the time is there. Oh, it's 9 o'clock, I must sleep. What is it? Children, you got to sleep now. You must sleep now. No, there's no way. You just sit down. If lights are off, come on, sit down. This is the authoritarian moms and fathers that go around. The child suffers, struggles. Just because we've got to set a deadline. My dear friends, we become more spontaneous. Life is more spontaneous. This notion of having a very, very false discipline to drive ourselves, to force ourselves to things, The body is not ready. So when we're not sleepy, we sit down and meditate. And then when you go into sleep through meditation is very, very powerful, called Yoga Nidra. Food intake. On the sleep, it is going to be certain that people who sincerely practice, you will notice your sleep requirements will come down. The point is to don't force yourself, go back to the old habit, because we have this notion. It's a time for us to break that belief that we've got, that I must sleep for 8 or 9 hours, otherwise my next day is going to be unproductive. I will not be active. Because all of us are doing it, and you too can do it. For me, I gained 4 hours of extra time because my sleep came down. Of course, my productivity improved significantly. Unwanted newspaper reading, for example, those who require to read it, they will read it. Every page, every word. What do we need? We need to look at scan the headlines, and maybe some relevant stuff is there. But every word, every paper, every page of the newspaper, I used to read 45 minutes or 1 hour every day. All things. Unwanted stuff goes away. But the sleep is an important element of increasing time for me. And hence then I could find time for doing more and more practice, understand, explore this. Food intake, we become very sensitive. Right food must be taken. Energy enhancing, energy depletions. We will get to know this. When vegetables are there, we eat as much as possible the whole vegetables. Deep fried so much and become charcoal black, and then you eat that. Food to be made tasty food, not this notion of nutrients. The notion of nutrients, again, when you go back and look at and say how people can live without food and how people can live with any kind of food. And so then with the question of having a super nutrient food, otherwise I'm going to have a not so healthy body, has to be questioned. It must be more tasty than trying to deprive ourselves, because when it's tasteless food we try to force in, body is not absorbing, because anything you do without interest, it has very, very less productive aspect. The signal you send, unless you love the food, the signal you send to the body, to cells, I've got to just take it. Oh, it tastes so awful, but anyway, it's nutritious, so I've got to take it. More intellectual, but the feeling is already going as one of an unacceptable food. One of it's not so tasty food, not acceptable. That's the feeling you're sending. Already this communication is going to the cells to not greatly absorb or have not great effects of it. The food must be more tasty than tasty. Patriji told long ago, taste buds are there for enjoying. But food is optimal. Meditation will help us to become very, very optimal, take optimal food intake. Rotis will come to 2 rotis, 1 roti, because it will know it. You'll know the body when to stop. Because we start becoming sensitive. We stop paying attention to the 500 calories this morning and 800 calories this evening, and in the afternoon another 200 calories. We stop looking at that calculation. It was not there. Let's say 300 years ago, it's not there, right? All these calculations are not there. How are people able to eat? They're eating based on their body's sensitive, the sensitive of their body. So body tells us that, okay, stop. So dear friends, the conditioning moved us away from it. Even the body signals, like a child signals when they feel hungry, they signal, and so moms, and that's what pediatrician tell. Don't try to force what you think is good. Give them what they ask. And when they ask, not when you think is right. So they'll cry, they'll ask, they'll make indications. With meditation, we become the child. And so we become very responsive to the body, sensitive to the body needs. And so we will know it. And optimal food intake is happening only if we are aware of it, dear friends. We stop worrying about, why am I eating extra chapati today? Why am I eating that extra sweet today? I don't know, this and that. Overeating is a problem. But sure enough, meditation is building their awareness. Optimal, neither more nor less, but optimal food is signaled by the body. But tasty food, well cooked, not changing the vegetables are there for what? I mean, every vegetable has its own taste. If you mix up all of them to something, then you never even have a taste of it. Having that whole vegetable and having that taste go in is a lot more healthy. Microwaves completely alter the structure of the food. Microwaves completely alter the structure because they're working at the deep atom level. They literally vibrate and then change the structure. So they sort of disturb the energy of the food. Something to deeply think about in terms of microwave food. It's very convenient to heat it up. When I understood that the microwave food is not necessarily the greatest thing, we stopped that. Fresh food, of course, it plays such an important role. Fresh food, how much fresh food that we can take regularly. The one who is cooking the food, it's important. We call it the food optimal food, vegetarian food, and then energy food, 3 things. Sattvic food. Sattvic food, vegetarian food, energy food. Energy food is when the person who's making it, you see, everything is energy communication. So the person who's making the food has got a lot of low emotion, angry, frustrated, and that's with which they're making the food. They're sending that energy into the food because everything is energy communication. Everything's got consciousness. And so if we are feeling unhappy, taking a few moments to sit down, meditate, and then go to the kitchen to make the food. And the person who's got the maximum energy, always making the food is good too. The maids are making, cooks are making, then training them for meditation so that they bring about a positive feeling and energy, dropping their problems, because everybody has problems. They drop their problems so that they are at least happy and joyous in cooking. Vegetarian food friends, is an essential choice to make. Plant-based diet or vegetarian food. Animals, and we're going to talk about this a lot more detail. Animals are secreting a lot of emotion. They do have emotions, and then they will have these hormones that produce. At the time of death, there's an intense amount of pain they go through, an intense amount of poisonous stuff that is produced into the meat that we eat. And so then it all has to get absorbed as energy into a body. See, energy is invisible, but it is there. Energy to matter. And so become more aggressive, more lethargic, more dominant. Many things happen. The qualities that the aggressive animals, the carnivorous process, something that keeps coming in. It's an important of various grounds. One must look at become vegetarian at once. I became vegetarian in the year 2002 as soon as I started learning meditation. Then I just at once it dawned on to me, said, if I'm seeking freedom, my freedom to take decisions, freedom to sleep, freedom to go somewhere, freedom to operate my life, the biggest value that we are looking for is freedom. Freedom and free will. And then every time somebody restricts us, we can't. And if that's what we are, the freedom to live and experience life, then what right has been given to us to actually take away life from somebody, of something? I felt that way. And the more I researched about this vegetarianism, it became super clear that it is so important that if we switch to vegetarian diet for health reasons, planetary reasons, compassion reasons, we became vegetarians very naturally. As soon as we started practicing, it became so clear that I have no right to stop somebody else from experiencing. Think of it. Everything has got energy. Everything has been created to experience life. And so they cannot be of food. And 60% more obesity, 60% more heart rate, 3 times more obesity challenges when you vegetarian versus non-vegetarians in terms of health. Heart diseases, 60% more. Worldwide research. Many health conditions get aggravated. And we're taking non-vegetarian, consuming non-vegetarian food. This nutritious choices that we're talking about, that it doesn't have enough protein, is a myth. Meaning, vegetarian food doesn't have protein is a myth. Vegetarian food doesn't taste is a myth. It doesn't taste as good. In PMC Hindi channel, PMC Hindi, there is a playlist called Buddha Foods. Buddha Foods. Amazing taste, most simple to make these vegetarian foods, but amazing taste. Personally, what I found when I became vegetarian, I became very sharp. The lethargy has gone. I became sharp. I would think faster, think sharp. That's what I've noticed personally. And of course, my health has been great. I didn't have to reach out for a tablet in the last 20 years just for regular meditation. I attribute a lot of it to the plant-based diet, vegetarian food that I've moved into. We'll cover that in a greater detail later. But vegetarian food becomes an essential practice, dear friends, to progress in our meditation practices. Becoming one with others, the whole manifestation happens the more one you become with others and everything. And when you want to become one with others, and it can't be that you are taking life of something else. Expressing love, it doesn't make sense to say that I'm loving and kind, but on the other side, I'm killing many animals. An average human who is a meat eater takes about 8,000 lives of 8,000 animals in the lifetime. 8,000 big ones. Forget about countless fish and stuff. Responsible for losing 8,000 lives. If you see how the slaughterhouses are treating animals, then I bet, and I'm sure, everybody who's eating meat will drop it at once. Inhuman conditions. This can't even, once I was trying to even read, and I couldn't read. I started crying because the reading itself, ISKCON produced a book. ISKCON had written a book. They're talking about a little bit, explaining about how the slaughterhouse are treating animals. I couldn't take it. It is such gruesome. Forget about watching a video. Difference, water intake, conscious. We read these experiments I talked about during the week. Water, everything is energy, and 70% of the body is water. So conscious intake of the water helps greatly. Giving a loving message to the water and the drinking helps greatly. That little prayer has a deep meaning. As we saw in the images, before prayer and after prayer, the water molecules, after prayer, the water molecules change to beautiful crystals, right? So more coherent. So plenty of water, drinking plenty of water, proportion to our body's composition, and then conscious drinking greatly helps. Now, all of this may be known. What's the difference with meditation? Meditation helps us to be mindful. Like I said, it helps us to be mindful in not overeating. People who are under-eating initially, they'll find themselves eating more. No problem. Please don't try to cut down your food. Just be responsive to the body. If you're eating less before, and then you feel like eating more, do it. But if you're eating more before, and then with meditation, you'll start saying, stop, take less, and then just follow the body, because then we are optimizing. And when your optimal body is there, then optimal energy is there. It also supports your practice greatly. Our cravings, about food cravings, go away. Many people who have craving for, let's say, chocolate, cheese, to alcohol. You see, all the cravings go away because every time we have that feel-good hormones need to be there. and what these guys produce. I mean, one is lack of control. So we go, when we don't have control of our life, then we have typical addiction of something. When you don't have control, when people are controlling us, then we want to escape. And so then we go in and then apply that into something or the other. Eat more, drink more. And there is meditation is helping us produce this reward chemical, which is sort of helping us, the mood changer chemicals. They help us together in forgetting these conditions. And it makes us feel good right there to temporarily disconnect from unwanted stuff. And so then it slowly reduces the need to eat the chocolate extra, the cheese extra, the drink more. All that becomes lesser. The addictions go away slowly. And that is happening. It's not abnormal condition. Hey, I used to eat a lot of this thing, but I don't eat. It's not an abnormal condition. It is what meditation is helping us to become optimal towards a food, if it's not so good for the body. The point is that our body is very intelligent. So we have to just pay attention to the signal you're sending. Stop. Enough. Full. We have recognized it pretty quickly. Optimal thinking. Optimal thinking. Anyway, it's happening. Where's meditation? All the unwanted stuff is going away. Rightful thinking is scientific. We reason it out. No blind belief. Every belief that we have, everything that's coming up, we must examine. As a woman, I have disadvantages in society. Oh, my company does not give hikes. Oh, this government is not good. That person is this way. Every belief that we had a fact. These are the people who caused me to be like this. My relatives are the ones who are the cause of why we are like this. Every belief that has to be examined. Meditation is going to bring them out, bring them to the surface. How? Because we are developing more awareness. When we are more aware, then we're aware of a thought process. Before, we're unconscious of the thoughts. Our unconscious behaviors are happening. Unconsciously, what is in subconscious is being pulled out. Unconscious of unconscious behaviors, or the meditation, we install a conscious behaviors, and then slowly, initially we become conscious of these unconscious behaviors, and then slowly we change them. We change them to good thoughts, good beliefs. But it's going to help us to move from unconscious behaviors to unconscious conscious behaviors. It's going to help us to move that state. Optimal seeing, our 80% of energy is dissipated through eyes. This is big from Patriji. There's two things that I've really learned. Talking, seeing. Thinking, of course, meditation is controlling that and is helping us to control, remove all unwanted stuff. But talking and seeing. 80% of the energy is dissipated through eyes. So the yogis of Indian yogis, if you notice, many of them have their eyes off closed, or generally keep eyes closed. The concept is that you open your eyes and see when it is necessary, otherwise keep them closed. Open your eyes when necessary, otherwise keep them closed. Is it necessary? Because so much energy is dissipated in just observing. We are in a great nature, open your eyes and enjoy it. Not in great nature, so having their eyes closed just sort of helps us to keep that energy in with us. We don't need to look into what the neighbors are doing. Why should you bother about what somebody's personal life is? Why should you even look into it? Newspapers talk about a lot of stuff all the time. We forget everything and only look into that. Dear friends, when we develop mindfulness, individuals, their life choices, why should you bother about what somebody's life choice is? Why should it even be a topic of discussion? Why should that be bombarding our mind? And then we go about thinking about somebody else, what they've done in their personal life. Why should that? It depletes energy. It has no value to us. We start respecting money. Do we ever throw money? 10 paise also we're going to hold to it because we preserve it. But thought and words are so much energy that we're not even paying attention. So with meditation, we become so much aware of our thought and the way you see, what we don't want to see. We move away from unwanted stuff. That triggers unwanted memories, we move away. Keeping eyes closed when not necessary. Keeping mouth closed when not necessary to talk. In a group, a meeting is going on, and then somebody says a point and say, hey, this is how it is to be done. Now, I also have to make the same point just because I know it, even though it has been conveyed. So why should I just take again and waste everybody's time to try to make the same point because I want to impress somebody else? I want to show that I know. That all goes away, dear friends. It's about optimizing, helping everybody to manage their time better. To unwanted talking must be reduced. I've learned when I came in that when there is no third person, we don't talk about a third person when they're not present. And the person is not present, you don't make judgments and comments and talk about the person at all. If you're talking about a person, have the person be in front of you, then talk about them. All the gossip gets curtailed because that's all unwanted talk. Energy. Thought is energy, words are energy, seeing is energy. Friends, our newsletter will cover some of these topics, but the crux of all of this is mindfulness. Crux of all of this is mindfulness. And it was to support a meditation practice as we're going in, our sleep requirement will come down, respect it so that you have more time towards practice. Our food requirements will come down and then respect it to feel that it is okay. And then only when we experiment, we'll know it. We start taking optimal foods, feel good about it, and then do that because then your practice will be more deeper. When the more you meditate, and meditation also preparing our body to help us to go longer, and so it's going to help, right? Our mind should not be cluttered. Intuition must be developed more and more. Our dreams have to be clearer. All of them will happen when we respect the body and then take optimal food. That's a very important aspect in a practice, right? And food intake, vegetarian food, is one of the core components. And then one must examine the food choices and then at once look at it. Look at the 1,000 and various benefits of vegetarian food versus non-vegetarian food and to make the choice, friends. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for this, your time. We're covering, and then meditators are definitely have more mindfulness way of doing things. So they definitely are mindful about how they're spending what we thought casual, but now become very precious. Every of these activities here are either deplete energy or enhance energy, and we choose the right one. Yes, Radhika madam, any announcements before I close?
Yes, thank you, Chandra sir. Friends, I've also become a vegetarian after I started meditation, and I absolutely do not miss anything, and I feel great. So this meditation definitely helps us become optimal in all aspects. We do have a couple of announcements, and then we'll take some sharings. So we do have the book clubs started and going on every Monday and Wednesday. So today we have the book You Are the Placebo by Dr. Joe Dispenza. The timings are morning sessions, 8:15 a.m. to 9:15 a.m. Indian time, 9:45 to 10:45 US Eastern time, and evening 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. to 9 p.m. Indian time, and 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. US Eastern time. Please join these book clubs. There's a lot related to health on this book as well, and there will be great discussions. Second announcement, the quiz 1 has been sent yesterday for those who opted for practitioner certification program. Please answer the quiz within two days and send back the answers. If you did not receive the quiz, please check your spam or promotion folders first. Search for with the word practitioner's quiz. If you still don't find it, then reach out to your facilitators with your name and email, and they can help you with that. And we have
just allow people to exit.
All angels who cannot reach the sky, 'cause we need each other to fly.
Yes.
we have Arun Kumar. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, good morning, Chandra sir. Good morning to all. Good evening to all. I'm audible.
Yes,
Yes. Thank you. First of all, I'm very grateful and thankful to Dr. Magical Manjula, who has introduced me to this harmony meditation for resilience and performance for 6 weeks, as she was the one who really healed all my health issues during my first transformation journey session through Magical Manjula Foundation on meditation and resilience for 21 days in her workshop from the foundation, where I had a lot of health issues like insomnia, cervical spondylitis, arthritis, back pain, neck pain. I had attended almost many doctors for the past so many years, almost 17 to 18 years. And then I got into that foundation, attended the 21 days meditation for resilience and mindfulness. And there was a big breakthrough wherein 50% of all my psychosomatic stress released and all my health issues got healed, almost 50%. Then I got complete confidence in me, and I believed in my mentor, who is doing a lot of good work to the society through a noble cause. And moreover, I am also a Rotarian and a past president of Rotary Bangalore South Parade. I am doing a lot of social work, CSR responsibilities. And I started my own startup company after the COVID started.
What's the question, sir?
I wanted to share after joining Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation through this 6 weeks course of harmony, meditation, mindfulness, and performance. So I wanted to share my experience after joining this 10th day of this session, wherein I manifested my 950 numbers of manifestation, and I manifested my son's engagement, which took place just 2 days back, wherein I visualized that he would get registered in the sub-register office with registered marriage after the engagement. I visualized all activities, the step-by-step process that we are witnessing the engagement function at one of the convention hall, which was arranged by our family. And then I visualized that I am the witness of being a parent to my son, who is working in Texas. And it was physically got materialized yesterday when what and all I visualized, it happened. I visualized with a lot of emotions, feelings, and feel good factor that it really, even though it was not as per the guidelines given by that government, but still I could able to manifest with ease, peace, and joy. And the entire function took place wonderfully 2 days back. And yesterday we got the marriage certificate officially declared to my son. And I was very happy, and even my son was happy. My daughter-in-law was also happy. So everything went well. This is what the miracle happened after joining this particular harmony meditation. Thank you, one and all. This is what I wanted to share, sir.
Thank you, Arun Kumarji. That's wonderful.
And I've taken a call to be a volunteer for this Pyramid Valley because I have visited many times and experienced the cosmic a cosmic energy in the Pyramid Valley with Magical Manjula. I have gone 3-4 times because she is the one who introduced the Pyramid Valley also. And I had met Patriji and taken his blessings. So I'm a fan of Patriji. And I'm really thankful and grateful to Chandra sir for his wonderful session today. And I'm enjoying this spiritual journey. I'm getting better and better each day. And I'm eager to complete the 1,000 manifestations in the next 6 weeks, about 50 manifestations to reach that magic figure. Thank you, Anand.
Wonderful. Thank you, sir. Relevance to the week, and I wanted to say that in our research, more than 70% are healing in the first few weeks of practice. Everybody heals. In the first few weeks of practice within this program, by the time they finish the program, they've said, either I've healed a condition or I know I'm on the path of recovery. So it's absolutely happening. The moment our communication changes to the body and we are healing. Thank you, and we're grateful to Manjula ji. We met once or twice, so that's great. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for your sharing, sir. Next, we have Ashok Vitelji. Please unmute.
Sir, my gratitude, sir. Thank you for the wonderful session. My question is that should we continue? I am a strictly vegetarian from 1987. I was taking eggs earlier. Sorry. Should we continue with the dairy products? This cow milk or buffalo milk products like paneer and milk, and I'm not talking from physiological angle. I'm talking from the emotional angle point of view.
If you feel it's more naturally produced milk and extracted,
Sir, because these days the milk, plenty of milk is
come from a cow next door. Yeah. If you feel the source of the milk is more natural, you do becoming a vegetarian to vegan, a choice you make depending on how it's being produced or not, right? But silks, leathers, all of them which are gruesomely extracted, so those we avoid by default. Anything that harming. Milk is part is a little bit questionable in terms of where it's coming from. Some people have the cows there and then they allow the after everything is done, so then they extract the milk. So as long as natural practices are done and as long as intake is lesser, maybe okay, right? There is enough things to debate about it, but it depends on how you feel. It's all about how you feel, not what others tell. So just connect with the source and then feel and then do it appropriately. Okay.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you. Because I heard that now the milk is available, the cow milk is sucked from the cows. So even the blood comes, so because they have to cater to the requirements of so many people. If I am living in a village and I am having a cow, then probably love and affection is there in the milk. But if I'm getting from the dairies, where the so then there can be a question.
So there are, for example, we switch to, of course, our consumption is very less. We also switch to a organic model, a natural farming dairy. We pay double the price, but then we do it. A natural farming dairy is where we consume milk because they do more natural practices. No injections, no this, no that, no harming, no grazing. All of that is provided. Started by a group of individuals who respect this aspect. So it's like that. You make a conscious choice, and then if you feel that it is coming from very aggressive environments, then yes, most certainly they would help them relieve of the pain by not consuming them. So that's how you look at it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you for the question. Next, we have Vijay. Unmute.
Thank you, madam, for giving me the opportunity. Thank you, Patri sir. We have learned so much from you. Today I am connected to that vegetarianism. Actually, first of all, I entered into meditation. First of all, I leave the non-veg, and on off I am doing the meditation. Today I am connected to this super session. I feel very happy. But till now I am did only the meditation only, sir. But I don't know this visualization and imagination. So day by day I'm changing my habits. I'm feeling very good, sir. And yesterday, before Monday, you have started the book club. Chandra sir has presented this book. Till now I didn't read it. After I'm asked some questions to that Sheila madam, she told that you have to be challenged for 40 days. From Monday onwards only I'm started. I'm feeling very nice to read this book. It is my bigger challenge because after my college days, I started only yesterday, from yesterday only. And thank you, Chandra sir, for these book sessions and the great knowledge, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you and all.
Cool. Attitude is everything. It's a nice book. One must read.
So you're not, I can't able to see you, sir.
I know, I'm also not reflecting, yes. Thank you. Vegetarianism, we connect.
Yes, sir.
Non-harming, non-killing, violence, no violence to animals, interference. And
the childhood, I am very, feeling I am very, I can't able to harm or any word saying or hurt anybody. I am very peaceful soul, sir. I would like to be cool and don't do any harm to anybody, not only for animals or plants or human beings also.
sure. Great.
Sir,
That's why you're working in a meditation center. Okay.
Yes. I'm very lucky, sir. What to say, I don't know. But GK sir and you and Satish sir, Kamesh sir, all of you, I taking so much knowledge from you all, and I'm grateful to connect you all, sir. I'm very lucky, sir.
Wonderful.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Vijay. Yes, Radhika.
Thank you, Vijay. Next we have Let's Go. Please unmute.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Sorry for the inconvenience that caused that day. I want to ask that should we believe in this meditation process that it can cure all the health issues? I have many health issues, and I saw this entire session, and I only saw that the normal breathing process it is, and if we practice this, is it possible?
It is helping to heal because it is working on the principles of nature. Okay. The principles of nature of non-interference of the body and the principle of nature of sending thought communication. And so these are the two reasons. And so simple, but it's very powerful because we operate as this whole, or the intelligence that is governing the whole existence. That's what we become. That's why we operate through that angle, through that understanding. It knows how to heal. Okay. Practice it, you'll have it.
And should we do it empty stomach, or is it possible to do anytime?
Anytime. What I didn't say is not required. What I said is only has to be followed. So anytime, anywhere, any place, in any way you want, before, after food, before bath, after bath, in the bed, out of the bed, in the chair, it doesn't matter. In the aeroplane, in the car.
Okay, sir.
With
And but
people, without people, in temple, outside temple, anywhere. You just have to find a place where it's quiet and comfortable to you, so that sit down and observe your breath. That's all.
But I'm not able to listen the entire session.
That's okay. That's okay. It'll happen. For a few days, it can be like that, but okay.
Thank you. Thank you for the question. And last we have Ushaji. Please unmute.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you to all the masters. Thank you to Chandra sir. Thank you to each one of you. It was really lovely. As the sir was saying today, I had the same kind of thing, like, I don't know, today it was a little restless body, but of course I stretched my legs and didn't open my eyes. And then it was feeling really good. But the best thing is it's just 5 days since I have joined. I couldn't attend the first 2-3 days I was out of station. And, like first 2 days, I thought I cannot make it in the morning. And I, somewhere deep inside, I always had like, I'm like a baby, though I'm old enough, that I need 8 hours of sleep. And, that had been, I think, registered in my brain. And somehow every day it would be around 7:45, 8, I would, But now I'm just almost getting up at 4:30 and then, stretching and then seeing what, and then getting up and just doing a little bit of my exercise and then sitting back. So that's a beautiful thing that I'm observing. Just 5 days, it's beautiful. And I think all the knowledge that sir is sharing, it was somewhere there, but it didn't make so much of sense. But how softly, coolly, and beautifully he's explaining is just going so much more deeper inside. And that is also changing so much. Thank you for everything. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shadi. One is, we feel good now when we regularize a program through which we are bringing a discipline to the body. But the biggest benefit of that is our willpower develops significantly.
Right.
The willpower is getting developed significantly. Anyone who's sitting down, making the resolution to sit down and then do this. And so you're making a body sit and then the mind get comfortable. So when you do that, we are indirectly developing enormous willpower, which means that we have the ability to manifest things that we always wanted. Okay. Comes as a bonus. Thank you for your observation. We love it.
All right. I think that concludes our program today. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I hope you've gained more knowledge about what is optimal today, how mindfulness helps. So we will connect tomorrow again. So thank you all. Have a great day or a great evening.
Thank you.
Angels in our midst. Can you hear them? Can you feel them? They're all around you, with you every day. Do you see them, or do you look the other way? It's that man that I forgot to kiss as I hurried out the door, or that stranger that said hello that I ignored. They are angels